On these two teams. Our referee, Ala Nieves, out of Spain. Chloe Dalton sends it high and it's well weighted. Taking it right off the bat is Polite for Australia. So that a real feature of their game, the ability to rip possession right back via the boot. Here's Kaslik, who was impressive in the Cup quarter-final. She switches now to a flying Emma Ponagato, who goes the distance. Australia hit first, they're up by 5.
Well, I said she's a great finisher. She certainly is, and that just a 1-2 cut on the edge of the field. Kaslik attacked the line. The defence completely missed the one-on-one tackle. They needed to anticipate that Tongagato was coming back, and they didn't. And look at that. Great try technique too, diving over.
Been working on it, have the Aussie girls. We'll see Ellia Green take the field a little later. She's launching over the line of late. Equal leading try scorer thus far. So 7-zip. The Aussies are up over the French. Dalton again. Like a metronome, just lands it bang on the spot again. That knocked on initially by France. Now we see this time and time again via the boot of Chloe Dalton. The trajectory is spot on. The weight always just perfect. I
think, you know, if you know that you're going to be up against a kicker like Dalton, you should probably get someone to lift you. So Julian was there by herself. She tried to leap in the air. Yes, she got hands onto it. It went forward, but she needs to be more aerial to try and compete for that ball.
Here comes Kaslik peeling off the back, goes to a good buddy Quirk, and then juggling there is Polite, who cannons it rather across to Tonagato. She's good in contact, peels off a couple of extra metres, and the penalty comes right off the back.
I think Tonagato might have got winded slightly there.
Kaslik. Now she switches to Polite. That sharp work from Polite and Kaslik. Good execution. They're exchanging the passes, and now another penalty for Australia. So perfect opportunity here for them to extend their lead. Quirk loops it long and wide to Dalton, who is strong with ball in hand and just buys enough time there for her teammates to get back, and look to catch the touchline. All good. We have the late call coming from our assistant ref after Shannon Parry went in to dig it out and save it from crossing the chalk.
Yeah, I think it did go over the line there. Parrott just on slow motion to put that flag up.
I'd say good evening to everyone back in Australia watching the Aussie Sevens team via Fox Sports, and hello to you too in France as Australia steal that at line out time, and crunch there is Kaslik. Quirk across the park now to Turner. Polite spins out of one, actually brought down by Ledaf, the veteran. Good work at the breakdown from France, and after absorbing so much thrown their way, they now get a chance to turn the tables and play with a bit of ball in hand. Ghosting across the park and coming across now to Guillaume. Stutter step and eventually wrestled to the ground by Parry, who will get up, and that is wonderful work from Shannon Parry. Made the tackle, upped and went, and speaking of upping and going, say hello again to Emma Tonagato. Here comes try number 2. The Aussies are up by 12.
Well, the beauty of having someone like Shannon Parry, who's a specialist prop, she does every part of that role perfectly, and at that time it was a breakdown Then, of course, the strike, and Toni Gato looked up. Bit of a dummy there. And even though she got smashed on the other side and she looked like she was hurting, she's recovered easy as.
There's not a whole lot of Emma Tonagato, but what there is of her moves very quickly across the turf. 14-0 is the scoreline in Australia's favour, with 5 gone in this Cup semi-final.
Yeah, all about repetitive speed for Emma Tonagato. Super fit, always quick, never gets run down really.
And again, Dalton finds the 10-metre line, but on that occasion it just a little clip forward by her teammate. So France will pack the scrum, and how they love to get a chance to strike back here.
Yeah, a bit of luck there for France that time. They haven't been great at kick-off. They haven't had much of the pill either. If they want to stay in this game, right now would be a great time to strike.
There is Leduff, and now slipping across the park, Horta. Horta will do well to get round Ellie Green, one of the fastest players on the series. Shepherded this way and that, and now that's a lovely ball across the park. It'll fall into the arms there of Goulion. And eventually knocked on Dalton. Scoops it up, so now Australia will look to punish France just before the break. Kaslik gets it away to Parry, and here we go. Green gets past one, gets past another, takes 3 eventually to bring it out. So big numbers for Australia to work with if they can move it fast. Turner holds it up for Dalton. Dalton won't have the pace to go all the way, so she stands and offloads nicely. Remains with Australia. Dani Polite drop midfield, and that's scrappy. So Australia dive and still maintain possession, and now referee Alan Nevis finds a little knockdown in there. So at half-time, it is Australia with their noses ahead. They lead France 14 points to 0.
On change tout, hein, parce que c'est pas compris. On avance maintenant en défense. Vous allez me les chercher, vous allez me les décaligner très haut. Hein. S'il faut, on joue sans libéraux. Et vous avancez, vous pressez. Et après, quand ils se présentent des couloirs, foncez 2 fois. Quand ils se présentent des couloirs, on y va plein pot. On va faire quoi? On la danse, premier ballon comme ça. In our threes, we get the source of it with our ball carrying, play leg drives, moving into that ball presentation. Once on the deck, let's get it out of there. Get it to those edges, switching it back so it holds to the middle. Okay, as fast as they take it through the middle. Okay, so don't be afraid of it. You've got to earn the right at that breakdown. Right? Kneel off, okay? You're playing fine with and you finish it strong. Right? The same team was on there, so let's go, girls. Up the next level.
I have to say, Australia are very well coached because the information they get is simple. It's obvious that the pattern they play, they practice it a lot, so everybody knows who's doing what. So it's about spreading it wide, and if it looks like they can't get the break, they'll push the pass 1 or 2 in. That's the other channels they like to attack.
Such width they can put on their passes as well to create opportunities, and they've done just that through 7 minutes of action here in the Cup semi. Ahead 14 points to 0, but that can be wiped off in a flash in 7s. And France Did well to get past Fijiana to find a spot here in the semi. And we are off and running again, and he do come, Fran, straight off the restart. It was Mayans taking it and rumbling it up the park. On that occasion, the ball just out in front. Elliot Green hacks it up the park, and look at the chase coming here from the Aussies. Green makes the tackle, and it's a good one too. A huge one via Green.
I think that's going to put the yips up anybody having Elliot Green full speed. She hit the French player back about 3 metres. Like a tackle bag. It was awesome.
Did not miss. And now Caslick switches to Green, and oh, she had Nicole Beck looming on the inside, just couldn't connect. Good defence from France, but it stays for the moment with Australia. Caslick, nice long raking pass out to Turner. Turner spinning past one, spinning past another. Turner goes and slams it down. Australia up by 19.
Quite simply, the speed of how they move the ball across the park. The French defence was under all kinds of pressure. It was Fourcade there in the number 11 jersey that tried to get across on Turner. Turner, lovely little footwork, change of direction, straight through.
She's such a handful in contact, and they couldn't put it a deck there. As hard as they come is Amy Turner, and her team are up 21-0.
She's a Kiwi, I'd just like to add, by the way, Amy Turner. I've got to claim something, Sean.
You do, because your team's not in the cup draw.
That's correct.
Etheridge on the park. Gemma Etheridge had her birthday during the week. Her twin sister Nikki will be watching on back in Oz, no doubt. Speak of Turner, and just there she walks in and just goes crunch. So knocked on there by France, and Australia will have a dip via Caslick, who holds it up for Green, and Green tries to get past the first tackle. That's a good grassing shot made by the French number 8, Grassano. Caslick dinking in behind, but it's not one of her better kicks, so the blue jerseys come away with it for the moment. Etheridge over the top, looking to force the pilfer, and does so. And the counter ruck comes. It's scrappy, and a little knock on in there against the green and gold.
Yeah, I don't think the French are going to win the physical battle if they do take it into contact. Might want to start looking at that offload game, especially considering 21-0 behind. And yeah, missed tackles there for France. 66% completion rate, just not good enough.
Turnovers too by France. She is Elliot Green, the hugely popular Elliot Green, real fan on the series. And a switch there was he couldn't find the runner, but maintained there as Polito makes a tackle, and another little bobble there. So we'll pack another scrum with 3 to run here.
Yeah, I'm disappointed for France because this performance they're putting out there isn't up to their standards, really. Making a lot of errors. They've had a good build-up to this tournament. They ended 4th here last season. They've got plenty of great attributes. But in this game, as so happens, just can't quite get into it because of the might of Australia.
Here's Green winding up. And now clicks in a top gear, and Elliot Green, the green machine, is all business in the desert.
not sure if I've seen that kind of attacking running style too often, because she gets the powerful legs moving and then she does a bit of a skip when she sees a defensive player coming across. It was before this. She skipped out of the tackle, didn't she?
She's got to work on the put down. Watch her face here. A splat.
Oh.
That's not how you do it, Elliot. That's not how you do it. Face full of turf in the desert. Lovely running a score. And now moves ahead at the top of the pops in terms of try scoring here in Dubai. Having a laugh.
Well, the hairstyle probably cushions her. So, you know.
I reckon that head of hair weighs about 4 kilos. Look at the body in it, the volume.
You're jealous.
Definitely jealous. Minute 30 to run. Australia up 26 zip. It's only a consolation score that France can perhaps land here, and they've got a fair way to go to make it happen as Tonegado moves up on the outside to shut down the dancing Grassano, who is a very talented footballer, but just needs to get herself into this game. And the Aussies just keep hitting and sticking on the defence front. Oh, look out, here comes Green. She rushed up and doing well, and now switching. The French, however, knocked on, so Australia will get one final chance to add to their scoreline.
And let's give the Australian defence some credit too in forcing those errors on France, because there's always someone in a yellow jersey across the field. And that just puts doubt in the mind, I guess, of the French. They keep their line, they're patient, they wait for the mistakes, don't they, Australia?
Hustled into it there. Here's Quirk drifting across the park. Tonegado should have gone herself. She could have had 3.
She certainly could have. Trying to be unselfish, wasn't she? There's another look at it here. Beautiful ball from Quirk. Yeah, she only had a couple of metres really to run.
Too kind, little lamb. France do here, not a whole lot, as the full-time whistle is blown here in the second Cup semi-final. And Australia, they have been the form team thus far in the desert. They have punched their ticket. They're off to the big one. Winners against France, 26 points to 0.